Welcome back. Mass Challenge is a no-equity startup accelerator. It is an intense competition. More than 2,000 people and businesses apply, and that number is eventually whittled down to 128 finalists and then to 26 winners. And today we are lucky enough to have two of the top prize winners with us, along with Scott Bailey. He is the Mass Challenge Boston Managing Director. Dr. Hitesh Tolani is a dentist who is founder and CEO of Virtue Dent, a $50,000 winner, and Thomas Healy is founder and CEO of Hyliion, winner of a top $100,000 prize. So give us a quick sense, the people here who are watching, what your company is all about. You won $100,000. You are one of the top finishers. I think you have a great idea and a great business. Tell us about it.
Sure. So what we do is we hybridize tractor trailers. So we take that Toyota Prius or Tesla technology and apply it to 18-wheelers. And we actually have an add-on module, so you don't have to go out and buy a new truck. It's just a retrofit module that can save 31% in fuel consumption. 31%. So, and the cool thing about this, and we have videotape of this, the cool thing about this is it only takes an hour, and you can put it right on the truck. Correct. Yeah, we actually focus on the trailer, and we replace the rear axles on the trailer. One product fits all trailers on the road, and it only takes an hour to install.
All right, what's it cost?
$25,000, so it pays for itself in less than 1 year just from fuel savings.
So that's amazing. So what kind of interest have you had so far from companies?
From the trucking industry, it's all been great feedback. We've been speaking with many fleets. We've already got 5 fleets signed up to our pilot program, and in December we're going to start putting 25 of these units out there on the road to validate our numbers.
Wow, and how does it essentially work?
So what happens is we capture the wasted kinetic energy while the vehicle's slowing down or going downhill. And for an 80,000-pound rig, that's a lot of energy. And we store it in a battery pack. And then when the truck goes to accelerate, we actually start pushing the trailer so that the diesel motor doesn't have to work as hard.
And how do you push it? Do you push it through the wheels, or do you push it through the engine? How does it work?
So we actually start turning the rear wheels on the trailer. So instead of them being passive axles, they're actually now drive axles.
That's an amazing thing. All right, so $29,000 annual fuel savings, pays for itself in about a year. Scott, Managing Director of Mass Challenge, how do these guys, you must be very excited first of all. I mean, it's a great thing, and you had your award ceremony this past week.
Yep.
So how do these two companies represent sort of what Mass Challenge is all about right now?
We're really focused on high-impact, high-growth startups, and so although they're early stage, they're also on a great path, and they've been surrounded with mentors and resources, so hopefully now they'll accelerate even faster than they would had they not been in the program. And so as we think about what we really care about at Mass Challenge is just aggregating immense high-quality resources to the best startups, and so these are just a few examples of the many companies that participated this summer.
It was amazing the variety of companies. Were there any sort of trends that you identified in companies that seem to be, you know, more popular? I mentioned pop-up. We had another pop-up service on the show.
Sure. There's definitely some interesting trends. Boston is really great at a lot of things. We do a lot of B2B, so I think that's a really strong strength here in Boston, as well as healthcare. And one thing that we were excited about this year was hardware. So we launched a Made At program. So we had a prototyping lab, and we had over 30 companies using the lab, using the resources, and getting access to things they wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
So what's the lab like? That's part of at your location in Boston?
It's about 5,000 square feet. We've got tons of expensive equipment that teams couldn't get on their own. We've got a community of contract manufacturers and partners that are giving resources to the teams, like materials and mentorship and money actually as well.
Did you guys, either of you, access what he's talking about? I don't know if you did. I have no idea. Did you use that, Tom? It sounds like something you might be using.
Yeah, we did. We did some rapid prototyping in there, just proof of concept.
Yeah. So how, from your perspective, how did the Mass Challenge experience? Tell us a little bit about how it affected you and how it helped you.
The biggest thing for us was really the mentors and being able to have this amazing network of people that we could reach out to and talk to and receive feedback immediately. You know, it's not one of these things where you email them and 5 days later you get a response. It's a very interactive process, and they're eager to help you, and the feedback they give is unparalleled. I mean, it's very good feedback, and it allowed us to get to this point.
It's great energy from what I understand when you have people all sort of rowing the same oars in terms of wanting to grow their businesses, but completely different businesses. It must be a cool sort of synergy.
It is, yeah. I mean, everyone's still it's still that startup vibe, but everyone's doing their own little niche. And these mentors were able to really take what they've seen in other companies, apply it to us, even though it is the project you're working on is different, still the same vibe.
Mm-hmm. So how, $100,000, how's that going to help you?
So for us, it's going to allow us to grow the team, hire more people, and launch our pilot program in December, where for us, that's going to be the true proof of concept. We already have one out on the road right now, but to put 25 more out there will truly show the industry that this is a viable product.
How's the one on the road doing?
It's doing great. It's already seeing over 25% in fuel savings, and we're building the next one right now that'll get us to 31%.
Terrific. So you've been in existence 6 years. You got your 7th year coming up. Sort of tell us where you are now and where you expect to go next year, because you move forward. I mean, it's always something new.
Sure. I think continuing a consistent quality of the program is really important to us. So continuing to raise the bar year over year, making sure we're getting a diverse set of companies, also increasing things like our scholarship program so we can make engagement during the program much easier for people. I think our global mission is really important, so we're continuing to make Boston a global hub for our new mission, which is to launch 10 cities over the next 5 years. So what you'll see is we just announced a launch in Jerusalem. So we'll be turning that into a full program. We also have
Is that your first international city?
We also, our first one was in the UK, and Jerusalem is number 2, and then we're on track to do a few more in the next couple of years, so you'll hear more announcements coming up about those. But I think continuing to make Boston a hub of global entrepreneurship will be one of my interesting missions over the next year or so, and then also supporting our global mission too.
It is amazing. I mean, it's the largest program of its type, and for those people, briefly before we go, when do applications open for the next session, the 7th year?
Sure, applications will be opening in February, so go to our website, masschallenge.org, and learn more.
And you don't have to be from Massachusetts, you can be from anywhere in the world, right?
Anyone with any idea from anywhere in the world.
Scott Bailey, Managing Director of Mass Challenge Boston, Dr. Hitesh Tolani, Founder and CEO of Virtue Den, and Thomas Healy, Co-Founder and CEO of Hyliion. Good luck to you with your new businesses, and great to have you here.